Welcome back to Chateau des Airs, and if this is your first time, hello, and I'm Cakes. This is the Chateau. If you've been here before, you know it's just a shed. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about face care regimens. You want to start a face care regimen early in your life, in your 20s, but a lot of us don't because we look really great in our 20s, so we don't really feel like we need it as much. So young people, start a face regimen if you can. It's important. I know right now you're thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to be old for a long time, but it sneaks up on you. So use it. And for us who have been a little older and do have wrinkles, it helps. The face regimen really does help us kind of slow that process down a bit. So I'm going to go from start to finish on what I use to wash my face, also what I use to moisturize my face, also what I use overnight to repair my face, and what I use as far as makeup with SPF and anti-wrinkle in it. So I'll go through all the steps. Also, you can get most of these products either from your local grocery store, your Walgreens, CVS, but if there's somewhere specific that you can find it, I will also name that as well. So let's get started. So every night when I wash my face to wash all the makeup off, and listen, it's not every night. Sometimes for me, sometimes I forget and I have makeup on at night. I try not to do that. It's a huge no-no. You really don't want to do that. So if you can, wash your face every night. So when I wash my face at night, or in the morning, if I take a shower in the morning, I always use oil-free acne wash by Neutrogena, the pink grapefruit. I really love this soap because my face is very oily. I use a lot of Neutrogena products because they deal with oily skin. So with that, also there's some dry areas on my face that tend to pop up from time to time. So to eliminate that, I use, again, Neutrogena Scrub, Acne Stress Control. So I use this, but I don't use it every night. I use it probably twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, depending on what my skin is looking like, which also sometimes depends on the weather, where you go, you know, what you eat, whatever. But when my skin starts to get dry, I use this. So what I do is I just put the scrub in my fingertips, rub it on, scrub the parts of my face that are really dry. I tend to leave it on there for a little bit. It also helps because I sometimes break out on the top of my nose, so it does help with that. It has salicylic acid in it, which I think that's how you pronounce it, which treats that acne that gets on my nose really well. So that's what I use for my scrub when my face gets a little dry. So on the days that I don't really necessarily have dry face, but maybe I have pimples, because yeah, you still get pimples even when you get old. It sucks. When does it stop? Or does it ever? So to treat those, I use the Neutrogena Clear Pore Cleanser and Mask. I actually use it for a mask. It tells you on both sides how you can use it. I use it as a mask, and I usually do it maybe once a week, sometimes less. It just depends. It tends to dry my face out a little bit, but it does help the breakouts. So it's just a cream. You pour it onto your hand. It's kind of thick. You'll rub it in. You'll let it sit. I usually let it sit till it starts to tingle a little bit. It has benzoyl peroxide in it. It's for acne medication, so it does tend to make your skin a little red, so you have to be careful not to leave it on for too long. So I leave it on, then I wash it off. So that's what I do every day for face washing. So what do I do at night before I go to bed? What is my regimen? Well, I'm glad you asked. So my regimen is probably, so no matter what, every night I put on this Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. I love it. I've been using it for a long time. I have no complaints about it. It works really well. So I highly recommend it. You can get it in Walgreens. You could get it at CVS, I'm sure. You can get it at Kroger's, any of your grocery stores. And if all else fails, you can probably order it on Amazon, like most of these products that I'm going over. So I use that cream every night, but on occasions, usually about 2 nights a week, I will use the Derma Roller. The Derma Roller has little blades on it. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It has like a little, it almost pricks your skin. I'm trying to get it to where you can see the blades. Well, it's very blurry, so it's not going to help. There we go. I got it. You see the little blades? So you don't want to push hard because it hurts. It's going to hurt even gently, but gently just go over your skin with this, where your wrinkled areas are. I tend to do it on my forehead, in between my eyes, and around my cheeks, especially around the eye area where I have wrinkles. And it basically just breaks the little pricks in your skin, and it starts to build the collagen up as it repairs. So I do this maybe twice a week. Now, you want to make sure that you clean your Derma Roller. You don't want to just, once you're done, put it back in the thing and stick it in a drawer. You don't want to just put the lid on it and be like, okay, I'm done with it. You want to clean it. And what I do is I usually just pour alcohol on it, wipe it off really good, because I want to make sure that I don't introduce bacteria into my skin, because you are breaking your skin a little bit when you're using this. Now remember, don't do it too hard. You want to do it gently. You want to do it enough to where you feel the Derma Roller, but not where you're like cutting your skin open. That's not the point of this. So once I've done that, then I will use some serums that I will put on my skin as it heals overnight. And the serums that I use is Hyaluronic Acid Serum. And I may have said that wrong because I'm terrible at pronouncing that. Retinol Serum. And Vitamin C Serum. I just hit my elbow and it did hurt. So, okay. So, this is Tree of Life brand. I got it on Amazon. Very easy to find it. At least I think so. If you don't find that brand, it's okay. You can find a different brand as long as it has those specific serums. That's what I use. There may be something that's better. This is purely just what I use. Feel free to use whatever works for you. So I put those on. They have droppers. So you just basically take the dropper, you introduce some serum in it, then you just drip it on your skin. I usually do like a couple of drops on my forehead, a couple of drops on my cheek. I just rub it in really good, let it dry. Sometimes I'll just fan it and then in between, let it dry, then put the next one, let it dry, put the next one on, let it dry. And then the next day, your skin looks really great. Like it looks shiny and flawless. So I usually have to wash it off though, because it will kind of like, if you try to put makeup on over it, it's not going to work. It's going to look kind of like your skin is peeling off because it is a serum that's dried onto your skin. So you want to wash it off in the morning. So every once in a while, if I don't use the serums, I use this Lancome product. Let me tell you something about this little guy. I can't find it a lot of places. You have to go on Amazon, I think. You could try to find it somewhere else. You might have better luck. I haven't had very much luck with it. This product here, I'm in love. So all you have to do is put a little bit of it on your finger because it's a small bottle, right? But you just put a tiny bit, you rub it in, and it really does thin those lines out. Like you got to stay on it, but it thins those lines out. It makes it look really great. I'm going to be honest. I love this product. So if you want to try it out, I mean, it is a great product in my opinion. So that's what I do for my overnight regiment. I also have a regimen I do before I put on makeup in the morning. I use this Neutrogena Anti-Wrinkle Deep Wrinkle Daily Moisturizer. I told you, Neutrogena is like my product. And no, Neutrogena does not pay me. I wish they did. They do not. I just love their products. So they work really well for my skin. This has an SPF, but it's only a 20 SPF, which to me is not really enough. You want to block those rays, ladies and gentlemen, because those rays are what brings you cancer. Fuck cancer, right? So you want to use an SPF. So I also use SPF in my foundation. I have a foundation. It is called It. It has a 50 SPF in it. I love it. Love, love, love it. You can get this from Ulta. You can get it from Sephora. You can get it from Amazon. It's kind of pricey. Not too expensive, but kind of. It's about 40 bucks, 50 bucks. But you will only use a little bit. This goes a long, long way. You just use a tiny bit of it. I tend to mix foundations because my skin is kind of a combination skin, so I kind of need a combination foundation. This is full coverage, has the SPF, so I also add a matte to it because I don't like my face to be too shiny. I know sometimes that's the look now, is to kind of have it a little shiny, but for me, I'm not a big fan of that, so I use this Fit Me by Maybelline. It's very cheap. You can get it anywhere. I think I ordered it online. I use the 120 because my skin is fair. And I just mix it in with the It foundation. I mix the two together, just a very little amount, and then I just, apply. So I put on the anti-wrinkle, let that dry, moisturizer, let that dry, then I add my foundation. And then that's pretty much all I do for my regimen as far as skincare, actual products. It also matters what you put in your body. So I also take vitamins that tend to help me. I was introduced to Olly. It's a vitamin product. I'm sure everyone's heard of that. I think it's phenomenal. I've been using it for quite a while now. And the one that I love is the glowing skin for hydrated, youthful skin. I love this. I'm going to be honest. It works for me. I love it. I take it every day. You take 2 every day. It's gummies. It tastes good. It's a good product. So I take that, and I also take a multivitamin. Ladies, we got to take multivitamins, and guys too. It's important as you get older to take a multivitamin. So I also take the Olly's multivitamin. Love the way they taste. It's kind of like candy. Sure, it's probably not good for you as far as the taste goes, but it does give me energy. It does help me feel more youthful. So I really do love those products. Now, like I said, you can find the Olly and most of my products at any grocery store. I'm fairly cheap with my Regiment. I don't spend a lot of money. I can't afford to. So I tend to use things that are very available. And the number one product or thing that you should do, that you should put in your body is tequila. Tequila helps when you look in the mirror. You don't see the lines. Just kidding. It's water. Drink a lot of water. Water's hydrating. You need the water. I don't care what kind of water you drink. Drink it. Drink as much as you can of it because it does help. It helps with your digestive system. It helps with your skin. It just helps with so many things. So, guys, I hope this helped you. Please comment and let me know what you use for your products. I would love to know. I'm always open to using new products. Let me know if you go buy my products and they start working. Most of all, please subscribe and come back to see me. Thank you again for watching and have a great day.